All right. Hello, my name is Jason Nguyen and my partner Ian.
Hello.
And today we will be presenting a step-by-step tutorial on how to set up your own Linux server on Windows. So there are typically three ways to approach this, and it is by virtual machines, Windows subsystems, and other ways that are not commonly used today, such as Cygwin and Whoopee. The first option that we tried to use was by using AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, which was unsuccessful. So our second attempt was using the Oracle VirtualBox. This way we could run a Linux operating system on a Windows OS. So before we get into the tutorial, I need to explain how we weren't able to make the server through AWS, but at the same time, explain how AWS and its usefulness. I'm not going to go over everything about Amazon Web Services because it would take a while, so I'll talk a little bit about it. In the past, we were taught how to use AWS to hold up servers in this class, cybersecurity in St. Martin's. So AWS was frequently known as a successful cloud platform due to its amazing services as security-wise, the functions available for customers, etc. But the customers had to be in a business-based account, so people that just wanted to create servers for their own satisfaction wouldn't be able to do it, such as me and Ian here. And in the past, the reason why we were able to do it in our class was because our professor was able to make a group/business, in quotes, for us to make servers. Now back in the tutorial, there are two ways you could approach by using AWS, and it is either the free way or, in quotes, not really minding spending money way. The difference between the two is that spending money on servers will give you the benefits to, per se, expand storage of your servers, more money, or more memory, more functions, etc. Then, in quotes, free option is the same, but with the use of a specific memory, given storage, and little numbers of functions available of use. To show what I mean, here are some screenshots that I provided as well as the website too. Here, you would have to create your own account, of course, and choose which plans you would like to go for. In the screenshots, it's not really visible, so I have the actual website. Like, for example, you could access create a database inside your own server, free trials on how to make your private servers in easygoing. And yeah, there are so many options that you could choose from. And after choosing your plan, you would have to choose which kind of server you would like to approach. In this case, would have to choose Linux here. So right down here, and there are other servers like Ubuntu, Red Hat, Mac, etc. Then after those steps, you would be able to choose how much storage or whichever configurations you would like to be available for your server to uphold. And when you have finished with your configurations of your server, the website would ask you to create your own password so you could only turn on or off your servers. And ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the ways you can start a Linux server on Windows. So Ian?
So some of the other ways you can do it is in terms of Linux programs and servers, more along the lines of programs. The next couple best ways to do it is using Windows subsystems for Linux. And this is actually built into Windows and can be installed very easily through Microsoft's website. If you can actually click on that link right there, Jason.
Right here.
So there's actually two different levels. The first level is WSL1. Now, WSL1 is actually just kind of an interpreter used for Windows and Linux programs. So you put your code through WSL, or you actually activate WSL in the command prompt, and then you can put in whatever Linux program you want. However, there's a second level that helps with running VM software. And that can be found in this tutorial / installation tutorial. So the first one is WSL1. It tells you how to do it. Now, updating to WSL2 is a little more complicated, but you have more room to work with. You can actually run various VMs. You can do more programs. It's overall better, just because it's using a Linux kernel as its source. So that's the second way. And if you go back to the document, please. So you can do WSL, you can download it fairly easily, but there are also older ways of doing these kind of interpreting certain Linux programs. For example, Cygwin has been in development since, when was it, Jason? Was it 20?
It was, I think, around 2012.
Yeah, sounds about right. Cygwin's been into development since 2012, around there or so, and it's been an open source free software that people can download as a Linux interpreter for Windows. So the way it works is you download the software, you install it, you do all that fun stuff, but you activate it in the command prompt, and it actually serves as an interpreter for various coding or Linux programs that you want to activate. And then there was Wooby. Wooby was a similar program. However, they dropped it because the Ubuntu bash shell on Windows 10 was being allowed.
And there were also some problems going on with the software inside of Ubuntu, but the maintenance group were lacking performance in it. So then, therefore, the whenever it would be updated, it wouldn't go up to it wouldn't change the version number. So every update maintenance, it would never go up to the updated software. So then, and also the reason why Wooby was dropped was it allowed a new Ubuntu bash shell on Windows 10. So eventually it would be discontinued, but it's still open today. But the software wouldn't be up to date to this year. So
correct.
Yeah.
And there were a couple other ways we were researching as we went along, but they were kind of cheating. Another way that was mentioned was double bootloading. We didn't put it in here because, in a way, you're not running Linux programs on Windows. For example, double bootloader is a method in which you run two different OSs at once. And at that point, you're choosing which OS you want to run at that time. And it doesn't, we didn't cover that one. But anyways, that is our presentation. Jason, you have anything else to say?
No, that's besides the whole presentation, that's pretty much it. So thank you for spending your time listening to this presentation. So yeah, thank you, and have a nice day.